Welcome. In this short video, we're going to walk you through how to use the Business Resilience Check, show you just how simple the process is, and explain what happens once your client completes it. We'll also show you the follow-up tools and support that we've built to help you maximize every opportunity effortlessly. As you probably already know, when you log into the homepage of the Referral Hub, you're greeted front and center with the Business Resilience Check. And that's because it's the crown jewel of our Referral Hub. It's been specifically created to make identifying risks and generating referrals completely effortless. And that's without you needing to understand the technical details, the risks associated, or even the protection solutions that we can offer your client. The check is super short, it's highly engaging, and it's educational for your clients. It helps highlight risks they may not even be aware of and inspires them to take positive action to protect not just their business, but their personal lifestyle as well. Now, there are two simple ways in which you can use the Business Resilience Check with your clients, and you'll see them on the screen. The first is you can send it directly to your client. It contains a unique link so they can complete it independently. Or the second one is to use it together with your clients during meetings, as part of an annual review, or even as part of a discovery call, or even part of your onboarding process. Let's take a look at the first option, which is to send to a client. So when you click on Send to Client, what happens is a pop-up window will appear asking you to select your profession. Now, this automatically tailors the message to your sector. For example, if you're an accountant, a mortgage advisor, or a bookkeeper. Once you select your profession, a pre-written email template is then generated. You simply just copy and paste it in an email to your client. It's fully written for you, although you can edit it if you prefer, but it includes the subject line and the message that feels completely natural for your kind of client relationship. Now, we've done all the heavy lifting for you so that you don't have to explain our services or sell anything. You're simply inviting your client to complete a helpful, insightful check. Most importantly, your email contains your unique reference link. This unique referral link tracks your client's journey, ensuring that any submissions are automatically linked to your account and any commissions are automatically allocated back to you. You'll also be able to see every single referral that is created as part of the Business Resilience Check in the referral tracker within the hub, which I'll show you later. If you prefer, you can go through the Business Resilience Check together with your client during a meeting, for example. Just click Use with Client. This takes you to the starting point of the check and is exactly what your clients would see when they click on the link you send to them, if that's your preferred way of doing it. The check process is exactly the same. Now, the tool is simple and intuitive. It takes just a few minutes to complete and covers the key areas of business risk, including ownership and control, financial commitments, key people, and also serves as a brief introduction into tax-efficient life insurance. Each question comes with helpful explanations so your client fully understands why we're asking what we're asking and what it relates to. We've carefully designed the questions so that most businesses will have at least one area of vulnerability identified, as that is the case for most companies out there. This opens the door to meaningful conversations about protection without you needing to push or sell. On the first screen, you'll see we're asking about company details, including what type of company do you own and how many people work in the company. It then moves on to ownership and retaining control. Here, we're trying to understand if the business has sufficient cash set aside and suitable agreements in place to deal with what happens when an owner of the business dies unexpectedly or gets seriously ill. As we move through, we'll look at financial commitments and liabilities, prompting the owner to think about the kinds of debts they've got. Some of them are less obvious, including things like director's loan accounts. We ask the question, do you have not just loans, but any business loan protection in place to cover those liabilities if they need to be repaid? Moving on, we get to key people and business continuity. The question we ask here is, how many key people do you have in your business? You'll note we don't allow them to say none because there is always someone who's critical to a business. As we move through and identify those key people, we then ask if they have suitable cover in place to deal with the financial losses and fallout or loss of profits when they lose a key individual. And finally, we move on to tax-efficient life insurance, where we simply ask if the business owner client is interested in saving what they pay for their life insurance. Putting it through the business means they could save up to 49%. And we simply ask if they'd be interested in knowing more or not. Once your client completes the check, they'll be asked to enter their name and their email address in order to access their results. You'll note on the screen, email is a mandatory field, so even if they don't take immediate action, we can continue to support and nurture them over time. The reason we want their email details is so that we can send a copy of the report out to them an email, and you'll also receive a copy too, which I'll explain shortly. Now, if your client enters their phone number, and we would strongly encourage you to get them to do so, one of our advisors can then proactively reach out to offer them a free consultation to discuss the results and insights from the check. If not, they'll not only enter our nurture sequence, meaning we'll still guide them towards action through helpful emails, reminders, and educational content, but you have the chance to reach out to them to go through those insights and take action to get them to come and speak to us, to book a consultation, and so that we can help them become more resilient. Let me show you what happens once you fill in the details and the results and insights that are then available to your customer as part of the check. I'll fill in the details now and show you. So I've now completed some test company information to show you what it looks like when you complete the form and what the client will then see afterwards. One thing to notice at the top of the screen, you'll see because you're professional advisor, and in this case Matthew Chapman, and my name is featured, because this is the link that I would send out to my clients as a referral partner. In this case, your name would feature there, which just gives an extra layer of trust and authenticity to the client taking the check as recommended by you. Once I've completed the information, and you'll see I've put my own email address in here because I want to be able to show you in just a moment the email reports that go out to the customer and the copy that also comes to you. I move through to the next screen, and you'll see this is an introduction into the results and insights the customer's going to get from carrying out that check. There's a brief reminder as well that it's not just business, it's personal too, in that their personal income, their lifestyle, and their future aspirations are all reliant on the idea that their business continues to trade and remains resilient. There's a brief guidance video helping the clients to understand how to interpret the results and insights, but as they move through viewing results and insights, they'll see for each of the questions they were asked, a level of risk rating, whether it's high risk, medium risk, or low risk, as well as whether action should be taken. Most importantly, it highlights the dangers of doing nothing and the benefits of taking out company protection to make their business more resilient. You'll also see at the bottom of each option, there's also a surprising stat relating to the specific area of risk. As they move through, they'll see the risk ratings for each of the areas in which they ask questions. And as we get to the end, they then have two choices. They can either book a 20-minute consultation with one of our advisors to go through the results and insights, or they can download their personalized PDF report. Now, naturally, a copy of this report is automatically sent to both you and your client, so you can always follow up if you wish, or simply leave it to us. And I'm now going to show you what those reports look like and the emails that each of you receive. Here is a copy of the automatic email that goes out to the client once they've completed the resilience check. You'll see it's got their name on it, and it thanks them for completing the check. It talks about their business, their future, and their life, and gives some key steps on what they should be doing next, including reviewing the report, sharing it either with you or their business partners, and then ideally exploring their options, such as booking a free 20-minute consultation. We've included handy links within the email as well as our telephone number, so they can not just view the report, but actually take some action afterwards as well. The next email is the one that you'll receive as the referral partner. Not only will it tell you that a business resilience check has been completed, but it will give you the details of who's completed it, the company where they work, and also details of what you can do next. This includes using the client contact templates, which I'll go through in just a moment, to help you make the most of those conversations. It gives you tips on how to check in with your client to make sure that they know you've seen the results and that you're encouraging them to take some action. And finally, obtaining permission for us to call, which again, I'll explain why that's so useful in just a minute. We also remind you of the importance of acting quickly, because we know the quicker you take action, the quicker you can get your client to act on the results they've found, the more likely we'll be able to convince them and encourage them to take action to make their business more resilient. At the bottom of the email, you'll see both the resilience report that the customer gets sent and the next steps guide for you to be able to take action. I'll briefly show you the customer report so you can see exactly what they receive, and then we'll move on to the next steps guide as well. Now, inside the report, the very first page itself sets the tone by reminding the business owner that their company isn't just a business, but it's their livelihood as well, that it funds their lifestyle, it supports their family, and underpins their future aspirations. So naturally, protecting their business is a vital consideration. Each section of the report then highlights one of the 4 key areas of financial vulnerability, starting with ownership and control. It outlines the client's actual response to the question, as you'll see on the screen, and it gives a clear risk rating using a simple traffic light system of red, amber, and green to show whether action is actually needed. We also provide a short explanation of the risk, the relevant protection solution, and even a surprising industry stat to make the point hit home. Now, you'll see that that same layout continues across all of the next sections, including financial commitments and liabilities. key people and business continuity. And on the final page, you'll see that brief introduction to tax efficient life insurance once again. And at the end, as you'll see here, there's this clear call to action. The client can either book a 20-minute consultation with us, with one of our specialists, to go through the results or even talk through the options. And we've made it as easy as possible by including clickable links built into the PDF along with those clear next steps. Now, the overall tone of this report is helpful, practical, and client-friendly. It's designed to enable you and us to spark meaningful conversations with them. It's highly visual, and it's there to highlight the real risks and encourage clients to take action at all without any pressure. For you, it's a brilliant tool. It's a brilliant follow-up opportunity. It arms you with valuable content and the call to action to re-engage with your clients and open the door to those deeper conversations and create referrals. This is the perfect bridge between awareness and advice, and it offers you the opportunity to create meaningful, effortless opportunities to refer your clients and get them speaking to one of our advisors. Now, one of the most important parts of our follow-up process is the guidance document that we automatically send out to you as our referral partner alongside the client's business resilience report. And I'm going to show you what that looks like and how it's going to help you make your clients even more engaged. To make things even easier, you'll receive a follow-up guidance document along with your client's report in the email that gets sent out to you automatically. It gives you everything you need to follow up naturally, including a call script, a voicemail template email, and even a WhatsApp message template. And if you don't have time to follow up, that's absolutely fine too. We know you're busy. If your client entered their number, we'll naturally call them within a period of time. If not, they'll continue to be nurtured automatically. And don't forget, most importantly, you can simply ask them, would you like me to get someone from Company Protection to give you a quick call? If they say yes, all you need to do is update the referral tracker with their number and a note, and we will take it from there. Either way, the referral is fully tracked and you'll always be credited and paid when the case completes. I'll briefly show you the referral tracker and how you can add a note on a case that's been referred over. As you probably already know, the referral tracker is accessed at the top right-hand side of the Referral Hub homepage. When you go in, you'll see a list of all of the cases that have been referred over to you. Simply click on the one you want to update. We'll use this one. And you'll see there's the correspondence notes on the left-hand side, the company details on the right, and the option to add a note here on the top right-hand side. This is where you can leave a note, update the contact information, or let us know to call the customer once you've got their approval. It's that simple. The Business Resilience Check and the Referral Hub itself have been built to make it as easy as possible for you to spot opportunities, to add value to your clients, and to generate additional income for yourself, all with minimal effort on your part. You don't need to learn about our products, you don't need to sell anything, and you don't need to change how you work. Just invite your clients to complete the Business Resilience Check, and the tool and our team and the process will do the rest for you. Thank you for being a part of Company Protection. We are super excited to support you in helping your clients to build stronger, more resilient businesses.